Evening, everybody. I am back home after a week just outside of Tahoe and in Tahoe, bouncing between California and Nevada, bouncing all around home. And it was a beautiful space to definitely enter into the new year, into 2020. It was most certainly a wonderful, wonderful week. And I was just out grocery shopping really quick and talking to my butcher, and he had asked me something. And I was like, "Oh, I just got back from Tahoe," and the butcher's like, "Oh, I have a place up at Tahoe too," And we were talking about different stuff, and he's like, "Why did you go back? You go back regularly." I was just like, "Oh man, I just was craving the smell. I was craving the smell of home." And for anybody who is from the mountains, I think that we all just kind of have there's a certain feeling, a certain smell to the mountains and to whatever region your mountains are in. But those mountains, yeah, it was definitely needed at a soul level. But as I was running around today, and I've been, with clients and on phone calls and writing and getting stuff together, just, all the hustle and the bustle of kind of coming back in and getting into the swoop of life here in Dallas and all that good stuff. And it's been a little wonky. It's been a little wonky, a little off, but it's been fun. And I've met some really cool people along the way over the last couple days as well. Just people just kind of popping in. And I look at every meeting as a soul meeting, as something that is there for that moment to touch us, to awaken us, to enlighten us to different things. So as I was running around and all the conversations with people, I keep hearing these statements of 2020 is going to be amazing. 2020, I'm going to kick ass in 2020. I'm going to rock out 2020. 2020 is going to be freaking amazing. I'm going to just blow up, all this stuff. It's going to be freaking phenomenal. All my heart's desires are going to come true. Everything's going to be freaking fantastic. I'm going to meet my soulmate. I'm going to make this amount of money. I'm going to blah, 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 blah. It's just beautiful, beautiful, desire-based feeling and thinking moving into the front end of this powerful, powerful year ahead of us and the start of a new decade too. And how many times in your lifetime do you get to live through the 20s? I didn't live through the last 20s. I heard they were pretty roaring and fun, and a lot of different changes and excitement and transformation and awakenings, it happened in the roaring 20s of the 1900s. And here we are 100 years later, and not even our grandparents who were alive in the 20s, at least my grandparents were alive in the 20s, not even them, they're not alive now, right? So it's like there is this change, there is this beauty about a transition period. Now, on the other side of all this, I'm going to rock out this year, I'm going to rock out this decade, I'm going to kick ass, I'm going to have all my heart's desires, all the excitement, all the enthusiasm. I also see the direct opposite, which is what is always the case on a pendulum scale, right? You have on this side, you have, whoa, awesome greatness, and then on this side, you have absolute horrible crap going on, right? So if we look out into our world, we have governments, and with potential war on the horizon, and we've got transitions in coming into a presidential campaigning year, and all these different things, and everybody is heated. Everybody's frustrated, everybody's kind of on edge in a certain way. Some people are sick and tired of the way things have been going, and they're just kind of done with it. Other people are sick and tired with the way things are, but they're not just going with it. They're vocalizing, they're speaking out. And we see this politically. We see this with a lot of drama and crap rolling around, and friends, turning on each other because of political views and everything. But what we don't realize is that same energy is also in all of our lives. It is in all of our lives, right in our immediate households, in our immediate circles, in our intimate relationships, and within ourselves as well. We have that same pendulum where we have this amazingness, all this greatness going on, and then we have all this chaos, this fear-based way of being, of living, of thinking, of acting. Then we swing back and forth between the two, and we do it in such comfort that we don't even notice that we're doing it. Until, of course, we'd make these big claims that we're gonna fucking rock out 2020 and we're gonna shift our shit and we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that, and we're bold. We're so bold on the front of a year, aren't we? We're really, really bold this year. This year we are bold. 2020 is bringing about it, a boldness to it. And I think that it's needed. Every big transformation, every big massive growth, the birth of our very selves, which is what I believe 2020 is all about, is the birthing of ourself. I've been saying this now for like a month. I think I did it on a Conscious Coffee a few weeks back, or I was like, ooh, that's a great title, you know, A Year of Me, all this different stuff, because that is really the essence that coming through so many people and in the energies out there and in the talk in all different fields, is that 2020 is about the birth of you, the birth of me, the birth of our neighbors, of our children, of our souls. It is the birthing process of our souls. I really truly believe that 2020 is this year of true transformation. And that sounds beautiful, right? To birth oneself, transformation, awakening. It's just so, oh yeah, I want me some of that. I want to experience some of that. I want that growth. I want that expansion. I want all that healing. Remember the pendulum. Remember the pendulum. That desire that we have to birth ourselves, to really impact this world, to really feel this life, to really connect with a lover, with our friends, with our children, with ourselves, with God. That feeling of all that desire. Exact polar opposite. You cannot go through birth without ever accessing some point of what is going to be tremendous discomfort. Tremendous discomfort. Some people call it suffering. Some people call it pain. Some people are like, oh my God, that was the worst experience on the planet. Maybe I'm one of those sick people. I'm relatively sure that I am. Crazy loons out there. Physically, I never had a bad birth. 7 babies, all natural. And I can tell you that they were 7 amazing, powerful experiences of into my truth and really being able to sink right into me. I believe that transformation, growth, expansion, enlightenment is the exact same process as birthing an actual physical baby. With it comes this excitement, this joy, this desire to connect to, this new energy. In this case, the new energy of us, the birth of us. But with that excitement, that desire, that passion, that focus of just like, yes, give me some of that. I want that expansion. We also have to realize that there is the other side of the pendulum, the pain, the fear, the discomfort, and the upheaval. It is a cleaning of your internal house, of your spiritual house, of your mental house, of your emotional house. All of these things have to be up-leveled. And in order to up-level them, we have to unearth ourselves. That means that we have to dig in. That means that we have to actually cleanse. We have to get in there. And it's going to be, guess what? Unsettling. It's going to be unsettling. We have to rattle our own cages. So, if you've been doing your work, if you've been desiring and focused in on, I'm going to, and sometimes it's the littlest things. Actually, most of the time is the smallest of things. Are you taking care of your physical health? Are you taking care of your emotional health? Are you taking care of your mental health? Are you taking time for yourself? Are you being compassionate? Do you understand that growth and change means a rocking of your boat, a rattling of your cage? Are you one of those people that are trying to believe in the airy-fairy, everything's going to be, rose-tinted glasses, organic chocolate and wine and roses every single day of the week, and that's the way it's supposed to be? No, that's not transformation. That's not life. That is not our human way of being, of expanding, of moving. We have to experience all the levels. Okay, we have to experience all the levels. And when if we've been doing our work, there is to that. There is a compassion to it. And when we allow ourselves to be compassionate to ourselves being human, then guess what? The edge of, oh, I just reacted poorly, I just made a wrong choice, why did that happen? Blaming aspect that we might get with ourselves. Here comes Rowan. Hey, baby. This blaming aspect that we get with ourselves, we tend to ease off of it because we understand that the birthing process, there are contractions. There is some points that we're going to have to breathe a little bit heavier. There is going to be some loss. We're going to actually have to dispose of different things in our life. Often, for many of us, that means relationships. And that's a brutal, hard truth there. But often when we expand, when we grow, the relationships that we have today, they're going to change. They cannot not change. In order for us to evolve, in order for us to step down a path and become more of us and birth ourselves, we have to understand that our relationships of today are going to evolve and that we have no control over what that evolution looks like. Absolutely no control. My article today was written about, your business, my business, God's business. And this is the exact thing here, because we want to control that evolution. But that evolution is not for us to control. The only thing we can do is become the best us that we can be. We can birth ourselves. We can be compassionate to ourselves. We can stand in self-love. We can make sure that we are looking at, our responsibility in the situations and having compassion toward others as well. We can be, less critical, less judgmental, less opinionated, because those things are what? Things of control, things of ego. Hi, sweetie. Hey, you're bumping into me with it. As we move, he's very excited. He's got his new stuffed unicorn out here, and he's rolling it around the backyard. It's a glitter unicorn. My son loves unicorns and Elsa dolls. That's his thing. Okay, so as we're moving into this, as we're birthing into ourselves and we are experiencing that, we have to have that compassion, right? We have to have compassion. We have to have love. We have to stand in that. Compassion and love equals personal power. It equals personal power because we are taking ourselves out of the control mechanism of the ego, where we actually give our power away to these things that we can't control. We give our power away to fear. We give our power away to doubt, to worry, to judgment, and we cause separation. But when we come in compassion and in love for self, we also are able to give that to others. That's part of the birthing process. That is a major, major piece of the birthing process, because guess what? When you are actually giving birth, and any woman who has given birth and 100% gone, 100%, natural, you can feel me here, that in that birthing process, you've got to have compassion for yourself. You got to get over your little shit, right? Because you're not in your prettiest state. You're edgy, you're sweaty, there's blood, there's this fluid, there's that fluid. It's a mess. Birth is messy. Birth is chaotic. Birth is powerful. Birth is magical. Birth is ever changing. And when we birth a baby, our relationship to ourself changes. Our relationship to our partner changes. Our relationship to life changes. We become different people. So when we birth ourselves, all of that happens too. It all applies. It all happens exactly the same, except it's even more intimate because it is with us. We are now forever changed. And with that, our relationships change. They develop, they move, they transform. Some of them die out. Sometimes, we call in new people into our life. We experience so much in that birthing process. I want you to look at 2020. I have a lot of clients that I see just right at the head of it. And there's just this beautiful birthing that's happening, and it's exciting and scary and beautiful and terrifying. And, and I'm like, oh, wow, let's see what happens. How are they going to deal with their own messes? Are they going to really just get in there and breathe and push through and feel themselves? Feel their bodies, feel their hearts, feel their souls, and just follow that natural push? Or are they going to resist? Are they going to resist the natural push, resist the natural, tendency to lean in different spots? Are they actually going to try to control the push? Or are they going to get into the flow of the push? Now, if I'm seeing that with, 35, 40 people, who are my direct VIP clients there, if I'm seeing that with those 40 people, how does it impact you? How does it apply to you? Is that the same? Are you feeling a nudge? Are you feeling a pull? Are you feeling a push? And are you actually going to be able to get in there and allow yourself to go into the flow?
Can they come outside?
Yes. Are you actually going to be able to get in there and lean into that and breathe into it and understand that you have the pendulum of the really excited, good, passionate, desire-based, yes, I'm going to take on 2020, I'm going to rock it out, I'm going to just, really do it big this year? And can you handle the reverse? Can you handle that shadowland? Because you've got to be able to handle the shadowland, because that's you too. And in order for you to grow, you have to harmonize both, love both, be compassionate to both, and stick with what feels good to you. Here come my kids again. Hi, babe. Hey, no, go do that in the grass, please.
Ready? Car crash!
Car crash. They're crashing into. I want to bring to your thoughts just those things of, I guess ask yourself, journal. Here's your homework. Here's your homework for today, for tomorrow, until next conscious coffee or next time you catch me or whenever. I want you to pause and I want you to feel into your heart and I want you to ask yourself, how comfortable am I with feeling pain this year? How comfortable am I with feeling my cattle, my what was I saying here? Oh my God, cage. There we go. That's the word. Bird cage. How comfortable am I with feeling rattle, you being the bird? Can you set yourself free? Because you've got to rattle that cage. Can you do that? Can you feel it? Are you going to feel comfort in the rattling of it, in the unsettlement of it? Can you feel that comfort? Can you find your peace? Can you breathe into it? Can you recognize that in order for you to have what you want, that what you have must change? That's the big one. Are you okay with your life changing so that you can have what you really want? A lot of people aren't. A lot of people will choose to remain right where they're at because that rattling, that shaking, that shimmering inside of them, that's too much. It's too much. It's too scary. They can't control it. And they're going to step back into the ego. They're going to step back and they're going to try to control the events, the patterns that they have. And they're going to grab a hold of little bits and control it. And they're going to gain comfort in that. And they're never going to have the life that they want. I ask you, is that you? Or are you different? Are you different? Are you ready to birth yourself? In 2020, are you ready to birth yourself? Are you ready to absolutely feel your power? Feel your power and step forward in it and have that amazing fuck yes life. On that note, lots and lots of events coming up. Lots of beautiful events, local and online. I'm offering my Superwoman Success Secrets. It is a powerful 2.5 hour workshop for mompreneurs of today. This is going to be a kick-ass workshop this next Saturday. It is a free event, ladies, free. So if you are a woman and an entrepreneur, if you are a mom and an entrepreneur, if you are a mom who's doing 50,000 things and trying to run her life and is just completely fatigued, you probably want to access this. This is a free workshop just for this Saturday. It will be, I don't know what it's going to be in the near future, but it will be charged a fee by the end of the month. So grab this while you can. There are local workshops. We've got Tantra Reboot. I believe it's our 4th or 5th year teaching Tantra Reboot for the local people here. There's a whole bunch of local workshops coming up. You can go to my events page to click around and explore exactly what the events are that I have coming up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and online. It's getting dark out here. And I have a beautiful 6-week program focused on you taking power into your life for 2020. It is a year of you. It's called a year of me, but it's a year of you. It's a year of you. But it is 6 weeks where I'm going to give you powerful, powerful coaching focused around 6 key areas of your life so that you can call in that fuck yes life for 2020. If you want more information about that opportunity to work with me at a discount, privately and in a group event, make sure to reach out to me here on the message, in a private message, text, email, however you want to. Reach out to me for a year of me, 6 weeks of one-on-one, very, very deep dive work so that you can have that fuck yes life this year in 2020. As always, guys, I love you. Thank you for following. If I've said anything in here that touched you at all, that made you think of somebody, hit the share button. Help me get Conscious Coffee out there. Help me keep spreading these messages over this year and for many, many years to come. I love you guys. As always, stop existing, start living. You can follow me at www.kendalwilliams.com.